Yeah, our family really likes to cook. We really enjoy to cook together. Um, Growing up for holidays or birthdays or whatever, more times than not, we would just get together and make a meal with each other rather than go out to eat. Food's extremely important to our family. It's what brings us around the table. It's how we spend time with each other. It's how we bond together. And sitting down and having a nice meal and talking about our day or what's going on in our lives, it's really the gravitating force of what brings us together as a family. Growing up with my grandfather, we had an absolutely massive garden at our house. We had fruit trees, berries, herbs, flowers, vegetables. When we had that good homegrown quality stuff to bring inside, prepare for dinner, you'd go out to eat and you would notice that what you got in restaurants oftentimes didn't emulate or mimic that. And so to have that quality at our disposal just outside for 9 months out of the year, that's what I think set the pace for what I considered good food. Like I said, I always fancied myself a good cook, and I decided to make pizza one day. The first pizza I ever made was like the ugliest pizza you've ever seen in your life. And tasted good, but I was pretty fixated on making it look good. I didn't understand that there was so much science to baking. Before I knew it, I was obsessing, and I was making pizza almost every single day, just trying to perfect this craft that I had no idea about. So I started learning about baking, started learning about different cheeses, different pizza sauces, different styles of pizza. And before I knew it, I was cooking pizza almost every single day, multiple times a day. What happened was I was making so many that I would give them away to the neighbors for free. Well, after the pizza started looking right and tasting right, next thing I know, I'd get a phone call and they'd say, hey, do you think we could get 2 or 3 of those on Friday or Saturday night? Before I knew it, 6 months later, I had close to 500 people on a waiting list that were wanting to try these pizzas. Next thing I know, I'm going to the store, the gas station, and people were flagging me down, wondering if I was this guy that was making these pizzas underground, so to speak, and it just kind of became a thing. So after this waiting list got to a point where I really couldn't handle it, the GM of Post Commons, David McCann, where I had worked for a few years, was extremely encouraging, and he was the one that kind of pushed me from transitioning from my day job to being a pizza maker. Right now I'm doing the pop-ups. In the long run, of course, I would really like my own shop while still doing events kind of around the community and around the area. There's a bar that I sometimes do pop-ups at called the Conservatory. It's a super cool music venue. Love doing pizza and stuff there. Everybody there really appreciates it. So I love the chance to kind of run around and spread the love out a little bit and have a change of scenery and new places to do all this fun stuff. But I think ultimately the goal will be to have my own shop, whether that's just a little shotgun by the slice sandwich shop where you're kind of in and out, or if it's more of a sit down, hang out, watch the game, have a beer, listen to a live band, whatever the case is, get some pizza, hang out. I think what's most different about it is that it's a Sicilian style pizza. So I make fresh focaccia, which is thick Italian style of bread. And I think doing something, tall but light, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, it's just different for what's around here. St. Louis, more of like thin crust. Now I know Chicago's known for deep dish, but Southside Chicago is definitely like thin tavern pie. And aside from that, I just always focus on trying to use the most high quality ingredients that I can get my hands on. Everything we make is from scratch. I would make the cheese myself if I had time to make the cheese myself. I utilize all these awesome farms that we have around here where you can just get, world-class ingredients for most of the year rather than buy something in a can or something that's got a shelf life through the apocalypse. I'd rather go to these guys and get, great tomatoes, great garlic, great onions, whatever I can get my hands on. And it comes in waves too, so you're only gonna have tomatoes so many months out of the year. Then I'm gonna bring on my BLT pizza or my spinach, tomato, garlic pizza and stuff like that. It really makes it a lot of fun for what I'm doing. It's all sort of woven into the community of food around here. These food providers, anywhere from where we're at today, Flourish Farms, you've got Theodora Farms to Three Rivers. All these people have such an impact in bringing high quality food to our community. At the end of the day, if we're using quality ingredients, no matter what kind of food that you're making, the quality of the produce and of the herbs and all those things matter. They're going to be reflected in the techniques of the chef or whoever's preparing the food. And so at the end of the day, if we continue to source fresh, local produce, fruits, herbs, vegetables, whatever, we're gonna see a difference in the food, and we're gonna raise the bar of what our standards are for modern cuisine today. If I could be asked to be known for anything, it would be the moments that I could help bring people together and the memories I can help create, and how maybe if I can bring people to a table for great things to happen and minds to come together, that great things will happen from that. And so if I can be the catalyst to get people to put their heads together, then I would take that.